Dang, it's been a while since we've been here. Very long while. Got my fresh cut and everything too. Ah, what's good, YouTube, bro? It's been a minute since I posted a little video, but today's video is gonna be something light. You know, it's just gonna be a mini life update, and I just want to spread some deep knowledge. You know, today's video is not really nothing specific, or as far as what I know right now. I'm just gonna kind of go off the top of the dome, you know, and just kind of tell y'all what I've been up to, you know, future plans and whatnot. Because there's been a lot going on in my life, you know, a lot of stuff that I've been through, and you know, I'm just like, you know what? Why not make a little return to YouTube? I got the time to do it. You know, I don't BS no more. I mean, my whole philosophy and everything done changed. You know, I went through a whole another phase, and I think it might just be one of my last. You know, as humans, we all have our times where we fall. We have our times where we make mistakes, you know, and we feed into temptations and whatnot. And, you know, that just happened to be, you know, a point in my life that happened recently. I went through recently, you know. And it's like, you know, life, it's like I kind of get it when people say things aren't easy. You know, I do kind of live by an easy code. I make things simple for myself, you know. And as a man, that's something you definitely need to have the ability to do. If you can't make things simple, how you really gonna get stuff done? You gotta comprehend certain things, you know. So in order for you to lead, for you to, you know, guide and do things you gotta do and be productive. You feel me? And you know, I went through so much, and one thing I can definitely say through that whole phase, you know, I would say for the whole it's June, like May, like early May to late May. I'm not gonna lie, like I just went back to old habits, and you know that's something you don't want to do. You don't want to, and that's in any circumstance. Whether you're talking about people, going back to other people, you know, people you dealt with, or you know, doing certain habits, or you know, getting involved in old things that don't add value to your life. You know, I'm big on doing things that add value, doing things that make you feel like I did something with myself. I feel good. I feel like I achieved something. Like, you feel me? That's the type of that's I love that feeling, you know. And when you don't feel useful as a man, like I'm gonna be honest, it hurt, bro. Like, you know, when you down bad and you just feel like you're good, not good enough. You feel like, you know, like you're just failing yourself. You're not doing as good as you can. You're not doing your best. That's like pretty much that's really one of your downfall moves. You know, I went through that, you know, and the reason for that is because, you know, I had fell back into temptations. Like I said, I started smoking again, I started drinking again, you know, and it was too habitual. You know, it got out of control, got to the point where I started separating myself from my family. I didn't want to go to my family. I didn't want to open up to nobody because I was ashamed, I was embarrassed. You know, nobody wants to, you know, but it's like, I understand my father loves me, you know, my family loves me and they there for me, but it's like nobody likes to feel embarrassed, to go out their way to pretty much embarrass themselves, you know. Like, I'm not proud to even speak on this and or happy about speaking on the fact that, you know, I failed myself. I went back to old ways, and you know, that affected my relationship with multiple people, and you know, especially my father. And you know, and that's all on me. You know, accountability, that's one thing. Accountability. If you cannot hold yourself accountable in this world, if you can't hold yourself accountable as a grown adult, it shows where your maturity lies. It shows where your mindset is. It shows how far you are in this when speaking about growth, right? You would need a lot more growing to do if you can't hold yourself accountable. Especially when you outside of that teenage, I don't even got that excuse anymore. Once you no longer a teenager, it's like you don't have that excuse of, oh, I'm a kid, or oh yeah, like young and dumb. You can't do that, you know. And you know, it's actually a lot of adults out here that really just resent holding themselves accountable. At one point, I remember on YouTube, there were people literally saying like it's women's kryptonite to hold themselves accountable. And I'm not even speaking in terms of trying to attack women. I'm just using that as an example. But I'm really speaking in terms of being an adult. That shows maturity, responsibility. If you cannot hold yourself accountable, look at the example you're setting for younger people, children, your siblings. You feel me? I learned like the things that you do as a human being, it really do affect the people around you. If you're not aware, if you're not looking at the things that you do nowadays, and you don't even care for to think or consider the fact that other people are watching your every move, that shows like you're not considerate of other people's feelings. That shows that you're selfish. You feel me? If you're not able to step outside of your body and judge yourself and be like, yo, like when you're wrong, right, whatever the case may be, if you can't even be upfront with yourself and you're lying to yourself, acting as if what you're doing is okay, as far as like, you know, neglecting family and, you know, and I'm speaking in terms of my experience too, you know, like this is what I went through, you know. When you do that, like karma really, and this is my second thing, karma really just come back full circle. It's like, oh, okay. You want to act like, you want to speak and act like you love your family. You want to speak and act like you care for certain things and you value certain things, but you're not walking that walk. You talking it, but you're not walking it. You feel me? You can't speak on something and not follow what you speaking on. How you going to stand on principle by talking about it and then doing the exact opposite of what you preach and what you saying? You feel me? Like, that's so backhanded. That's so, like, you know, immature. You lying to yourself, and at the end of the day, all you really doing is hurting you. You holding yourself back. You're being your own setback, your major setback. And I'm not even gonna lie. Nowadays, like, matter of fact, not even nowadays. This probably has been like a thing forever. We are really our biggest enemy at most times. We hold ourselves back. We get insecure. We lack accountability. We can't step outside of ourselves or take constructive criticism from people that love and care for us, and take that and be like, yo, let me look in this mirror and finally accept reality. Instead, we choose to run from it. Instead, we choose to run to drugs. We choose to run to alcohol. We choose to run to any form of intoxication to numb our feelings. That's not humane. You're turning yourself into a robot. Why do you want to numb your feelings? Why are you running from something just because you lack the answer? The answer is already within you. Believe it or not. It's mad people that don't have, you know, what I had. And I started to realize like how ungrateful, how unappreciative I really was and was becoming. I was starting to literally walk backwards like 1,000,000 steps when I walked like 100 steps forward. You feel me? Like, it's like you gotta just be strong in this world. If you weak, the world gonna eat you up and chew you up and spit you out like you're nothing, and just keep repeating the cycle. Another thing that I really like know and like I really like believe in, nothing changes, nothing changes. Yes, like I was saying, you can't talk that talk and then not walk the walk. That's backhanded, right? But in that same sense, you know, wait, hold on, I gotta watch that. So like I said, nothing changes if nothing changes, right? That means that if you say, oh, I want my life to be different. You say, oh, I want change. I want to grow. I want to be something. I want to be somebody. I want to be useful. I want to show people, or not even in the aspect of, oh, I'm trying to prove a point. Forget that. Because at the end of the day, you need to love yourself first and put yourself first so that you can give and spread the love the right way, so that you can give back, so you can have that ability. You feel me? Instead of being so frustrated and so caught up and doing the wrong things for the wrong people at the wrong time. When you're not doing no good for yourself, it's like, what you think finna happen as far as your health, right? Because your body is your temple, right? This is also something I've been looking at a lot more lately as well. Like I said, nothing changes if nothing changes. Say you're big, right? And this was my problem before too. I would say like, oh, I want to hit this certain physique goal. I can't hit that if my diet is terrible. You can't get abs, your abs to show if you're consistently overeating sugar, carbs, fast food, snacks, sodas. You drinking, you smoke, and that's literally leading you into eating all that BS. You know, you get the munchies and all that. You know how that be. And then another thing, bro. I learned so much in life, and the thing is just repeat this cycle because I already knew about this. But it's like now I'm at such a confident point in my life, such a grown point in my life. I'm really starting to act my age, be my age, be mature. And there's people younger than me that know at least half the stuff, that are still mature, walking around here 14, 15, 12, you know, be more mature than 18-year-olds, be more mature than 19-year-olds, 25-year-olds. The list goes on. You feel me? And that just shows like there is no excuses. You have no excuses. If you got the people in your life that care about you, that's telling you to do good, that's telling you right from wrong, that's giving you constructive criticism, why can't you put in the work? Why can't you make the time to be the person that you can be, your best self, your higher self? You know how peaceful it is when you get to that stage? Obviously not, because you ain't doing nothing to get there. Obviously not, because you're your bigger setback. You're stagnant. You saying you want to do stuff, but you're doing the exact opposite. You can't do that. You setting yourself up for failure. You're lying to others. You're deceiving others. And your karma gonna come back full circle. And this is what I'm speaking. This is another thing. Hanging around the wrong crowd. People do not want to see you win for real in life. This is also something I learned too. With people that I'm around, like close, like, you know, vicinity wise. I ain't gonna say too much, but I'll say this. Really watch who you hang around and watch how you act, because you are who you hang around. Even if you're not intentionally hanging around them, say you have to, say you go to the same school, say you live with them, your roommates, you go to, you feel me? And you gotta be around them, you gotta see their face 24/7, or they making their way, because people, they will really want your energy bad. If you really got that energy, you a good ass person, and you got shit to offer to this world, and you productive, and you consistent, and you just good as, like, a good person, a good dude, good female, whoever it is watching this video, people feel that energy. Energy is everywhere. Energy is real. You feel me? Other people feel that. They see what you got going on. They see your potential. They see what you can become. And they want to strip that from you. People don't really love you. People don't really support you. And it sucks. The truth hurts. But you can't sit around here and act all oblivious like, oh yeah, like say like someone is like trying to, you know, hang around you, trying to be your new homie or whatever, right? But what is this person truly doing for you, right? Like, really think about that. Think about what a friend really is. A friend is not someone that's gonna tell you to continue to do wrong. That's not gonna tell you to just rock with you when you in the wrong and you holding yourself back. People, real friends are gonna uplift you, and they're gonna tell you, yo, this is not good for you. Stop that. You way better than this. You bigger than this. Leave that alone. That's a real friend. A real friend is going to support you. When you doing good, they going to show you love. They not going to hide that. They not going to sugarcoat it. And they ain't going to say nothing slick or low-key and then go try to talk about you to other people and talk about, oh, yeah, they think they doing this because they... Nah, that's a hater. That's a mask. That's a snake. And there's too many of those running around because they unhappy with their own life and they don't like who they are, who they become. They can't accept what they had, what happened to them in the past, and now they're literally holding on to their pain, and instead of releasing it in the right way and healing from their trauma, their childhood traumas and everything that they went through, instead they're just pouring out negativity. That's all they know. That's all they grew around. Instead of going out their way to feed positivity, do good things like working out to relieve stress, meditating, sleeping earlier, not smoking, not drinking, not going out late. Like, you gotta have responsibilities. Own up to your stuff. Be a man. Be a woman. You feel me? This is all the stuff that I had to learn. And this is not even just from me, too. This is what I'm learning from other people around me. People I love and care about. I see what they going through, and they be their own enemy. They be the cause of their own problems. But want to point the finger at everyone else. Or they never want to hold themselves accountable. We gotta grow up. Time ain't waiting on nobody. It keep ticking. You look at the clock, they just keep going. That's life. It ain't never gonna stop. Once you die, you go on. Life gonna go on right on without you. But it's like, what are you offering to the world? How are you useful? What are you doing? What's valuable in your life? What do you truly care about? Are you really catering to it? Are you really focused on that? Are you really doing stuff to get you higher in life? Or are you just saying that? Do not be a person that talks the talk and don't walk the walk. They're not respected. That's not honorable. That's not cool. Stop hurting yourself. And I'm not, and now I'm speaking to somebody that went through what I went through. Someone that's confused, someone that's lost, someone that's hurting, someone that's doing things, and they're trying to do everything in their power to make it seem like it's accepted or make it seem like it's okay. Stop. You're much bigger than that. You're much more than just a bottle of liquor. You're much more than just. The pain will never go away if you don't just confront it up front, bruh. I'm trying to tell you, life is not a game. You can't just keep playing this on and thinking like your health issues not gonna add up, thinking that it's not gonna affect people. People not gonna want to be around you. The good people. People can only deal with you for so long until the ties just cut loose. Sometimes, if they really that good, love won't be lost, and they might still be able to help you. Once you burn your finger, be like, you know what, you was right. But how many times you gonna keep going through that cycle? People not just gonna keep giving you good information. People not just gonna keep just advocating for you and trying to help you and stick up for you when you ain't doing nothing but spitting in their face and being like, I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. When are you gonna take your life serious? Other people can't want the best for you more than you want the best for yourself. Now, how do they look goofy? Supporting you and putting their time into you when you ain't doing nothing good. For yourself, you keep hanging around people that ain't doing nothing good for you. They ain't paying your bills. They just giving you something to smoke on. What if one day they lace you? What if one day you too drunk and you can't function and something happens? People die because of stuff like that. Because they trying to have fun. They trying to be a young, dumb teen. A young, dumb teen. Life is real, yo. People get kidnapped. It's traffic. You've been trapped. All of this stuff going on, and you just going, stop. You have too much potential. You have too much life to live. Grow. Be the person that you know you can be. Be that person you always wanted to be, that people doubt that you can't be. Forget what they all saying. You much more than what they say. They own words. That's their reality. Let them be. Other people don't matter. With you, your life matters. Put yourself first. Love yourself for real. That bottle isn't self-love. That ain't loving you back. It's killing you. Smoking that's not loving you back. It's killing you. You know what's going to love you back? Your family. The real friends. It all lies on you. When are you going to take your life serious? When are you going to grow up? It starts to end with you. Life is not just going to flip and just turn good out of nowhere and you still doing the same old stuff. Karma real, you're going to get what you put out into this world. If you ain't putting out nothing, you're going to get shit. I'm sorry. That's reality. The truth hurts. Act like nobody, you're going to stay nobody. You're going to be nobody. Stay and live with bums, be around bums, you're going to be a bum. You're going to do bum stuff. I'm sorry. It's reality. Ain't nobody going to tell you. I'm keeping it real. So what you going to do? Time ticking. It don't stop, man. It don't stop. With that being said, I just had to get everything off my chest, just say what it is, Life goes on. You can't just expect the world or people to feel bad for you. Don't nobody got time for that. People too grown and got their own life ahead of them. It's time to be big. It's time to grow up, be an adult, do what you gotta do, take care of your responsibilities. That being said, stay happy and stay healthy. I love y'all. Have a great rest of your day.